Hello friends, most welcome to your dream classroom Hortus Botanica. Yes, myself your botany mentor Dr. Mukesh Kumar. Here today we will discuss Venetian of Leaf. In last class we studied parts of leaf and the leaf, right? So let's see the Venetian. It's very important to know how leaf have different type of their shape and their expansion is all depend upon where, yeah, on the vein and the veinlets. So when you talk about the venation, what is this? Remember, we have a leaf. So in a leaf we'll find this is the midrib. Yes, it is midrib, also called costa, right? So what we find here, this is also called costa, midrib or costa. Then you will find that they will have here outgrowth, and this is the outgrowth of midrib, and this outgrowth of midrib is called vein, right? And when veins are showing their outgrowth, these are called veinlets. Veinlet. So how this vein and veinlets are arranged along with this midrib, where in this structure that is called leaf lamina, this is called venation. Okay, so what is the definition of venation? This is the arrangement of veins and the veinlets, where in leaf lamina this is called venation. Got it? So this is simply distribution of vein and veinlets in the leaf lamina. This is called venation. Let's say why we are talking about this venation and how we have further we have to study different types of venation we have, right? Let's see, when you talk about gymnosperm, remember, when you talk about gymnosperms, right? Or here we are talking about angiosperm. So this is the venation of angiosperm. Just discuss little evolutionary trend, then you will solve some questions in Neet examination. Okay, what happened? Remember, in the case of gymnosperm, especially when you talk about the conifers, take an example of pinus, what you found? Remember, you found that they have leaf needle. Mind well, they have leaf needle is there. Right now, needle means to say they have no vein. If they have no vein, how they will be veinlets? So vein and veinlets are not present in the leaf of the pinus, conifers. That's why what happened, you will found they have needle-like structure. See, like that. This is a very needle-like structure it is. Okay. Whenever we talk about angiosperm, what happened? Just we discussed that we have this leaf, and this leaf have these veins. So when vein will more, suppose this is the area, again this area is going to increase like that again. So what will happen? Their surface area will increase. See how their surface area is going to increase. So what this vein is providing, when vein is increasing means to say the surface area will increase. Mind well. So the rate of transpiration, water loss will be more. Isn't it? And here in the case of gymnosperm, especially when we talk about the conifers, what happened? They are executing the xerophytic adaptation because they have to manage water loss because their temperature is high. So water loss will be more. So plant is performing some xerophytic adaptation in order to reduce water loss. So when vein will not present, so what will happen? Suppose this vein will be not present, so what will happen? Whole surface area will appear like this one, needle like a structure. So no vein in the case of conifers. Mind well. But this vein is showing great type of diversity in case of where angiosperm, isn't it? Now let's see which types of the diversity we find here. Yeah, so here we will discuss about the type of venation. We have two type of venation. You all know very common it is. One is the reticulate venation, another is the parallel venation. In reticulate venation, mind well, the veinlets form a network. They forms a complex structure. Complexity will be there. Complexity of veinlets are there. See, this is the given diagram of your NCRT. What you find, this is the midrib. Let's see, midrib is there. And here, this midrib, when we talk about their number, this is 1. So if midrib is 1, midrib is also called as costa, just I told you. This is also called costa. So the number of costa is 1. So this is called unicostate. So here, this is a very good example of what pinnate leaf, and this is called what unicostate. For example, here this example is mango and people. They are executing single midrib, and see these are the veins. But when you talk about these structures, my child, see these structures are the veinlets, and these veinlets are very complex, forming a network. We can't decide their distribution. Very complex distribution they have. So this is called complex or network form of veinlets in the leaf lamina, and such arrangement is called reticulate venation. And if they have single costa or midrib, then this is called what? Yes, this is called pinnate compound leaf or pinnate reticulate venation. Pinnate reticulate venation it is. Example, mango and people. Similarly, might be possible the number of midrib will be more. Suppose, see, this is 1 midrib, 2 midrib, 3 midrib, 4 and 5. More than 1 midrib we have. And again inside what we have? We will have veinlets will be there. Again veinlets will show what? Reticulate venation. Or might be possible, see, these midribs are more than 1, but they are not coming at the single point. Means to say they are not convergent. They are not converging type. Rather they are moving, yeah, apart from each other. They are diverging from each other. So what you find here, this is called divergent type. So this is divergent type and this is convergent type. See, so here how many midrib we have? Yes, here in palmate the midrib number will be more than 1. This is more than 1 midrib will be there. So if midrib will be more than 1, then this is called palmate reticulate venation. Here first type, what it may be? Converging type, as in the case of plum, gizipus, and second type may be divergent type, that is cotton or castor, isn't it? So here we have two type of the palmate venation. One is the convergent type and another is of what? Divergent type. Is it clear? Okay. And one thing very common, this reticulate venation is very common in dicot plants. Mind well, these are usually found in the dicot plants, reticulate venation, right? Now see in detail, this is the ficus, as I told you, people, and here what we find here, see this is your midrib, number of midrib is 1. So what is this? This is your pinnate reticulate venation, right? Here see how many midrib we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all are what they are doing? They are diverging. So this is called what? Divergent type. Again by diagram it will be more clear. And see from here also you are finding what we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we have, and all are coming at a particular point. So what are they? Yes, they are the convergent type. So one is the divergent type, another is what? Convergent type in the case of the cucurbit and cinnamon. Right now? Now let's see the next one, my dear, that is the parallel venation. Here, which one is going to parallel? Yes, veins are parallel to each other within a lamina. In reticulate venation, we told What we studied? Veinlets are forming a network. Here we are talking veins are parallel to each other. See, this is your midrib. Yes, is midrib. Who will tell me? Number of midrib. Yes, very good. This is what? 1. And if the number of midrib in 1, so this is unicostate. And see how they have what veins are there. See all these veins are, these are the veins. See the vein, all are equally distributed. Distance are equal. So they are executing parallel venation. And since one is there, so this is called pinnate parallel venation. Pinnate parallel venation. And it is very common in banana. I think banana very common. You will recognize banana. Remember, this is like that, na? Everyone you know, like this is, and this is in middle. This one. So much times we are getting in restaurant also banana leaf. Our lunch or dinner are being served in a thali. Now, I think most of you know about this one. See, what this? This is the vein, midrib outgrowth veins, and all veins are what? Reticulate, parallel to each other, parallel to each other. So this is the banana where veins are. These are the veins, and veins are parallel to each other, isn't it? Got it? Yeah. But when you talk about more than one midrib, so what it will be? It will be multicostate. So again, what will happen? It may be convergent type or it may be divergent type. Means coming at a single point or diverging from one point. In the case of coconut and palm, divergent type. Wheat, sugarcane, convergent type. Here banana is pinnate. So you will find here that sir, you are taking only monocot plants. Yes, my dear, because parallel venation is usually found in monocot plants. Mind well. So in monocot plants, what is there? Yes, parallel venations are found. So see, all plants we have discussed here, monocot, isn't it? Let's have a diagram. See, this is a single one. This is your midrib, and see how these veins are parallel to each other. In the case of boraces, in the case of bamboo monocots, what you find? See how they are convergent type here. So this is your convergent type, isn't it? And see in the case of Canna, what you are finding from one point they are diverging. So this is your divergent parallel venation. Isn't it, my dear? So by diagram it's very much clear, right? Now we have also third type of venation. This is not given in our NCRT, but previous question has come. That is called FURCSTE venation. What happened here? Let's understand. Actually, this is the stem, and you will find here this is lamina. Now see, this is midrib. Now midrib is bifurcating into two branches. So if any branch is there and they are bifurcated into two, this is branch is called cotomous. Cotomous means branching. And how many cotomous is there? This is two. So this is called dichotomous. So when two branches there, what will you term? Dichotomous. Again, this is branching, dichotomous. So see, midrib is here, and this midrib, what you found, they are divided into two. So this is dichotomously branch. Here see, this is the vein, and also they are bifurcating into two. They are bifurcating into two. So when veins are bifurcating like this in dichotomous branching, this is called FURCSTE venation, and this is very common in pteridophytes fern. So see, I have written here dichotomous branched veins are there, and this is found in pteridophytes, that is fern, and this is called FURCSTE venation. See here also you will find here one and bifurcating. See here they are coming bifurcating like that it is. Okay, dichotomously branch, isn't it? Yeah. So have a take in a nutshell what we studied. We are talking about here venation. So what is venation? This is the arrangement of distribution of vein and veinlets. So we find here that we have one what? Reticulate venation. This reticulate venation is very common in dicot plant, just I told you. Okay, here we have two type. Either there will be one midrib. This is called pinnate reticulate venation. More than one midrib will be there. This is called palmate reticulate venation. If more than one, either they are coming on one point called convergent type, and they are moving from one point. This is called divergent type. Similarly, here also what we have the parallel venation. This parallel venation again midrib 1, this is called pinnate. More than one midrib, yes, it will call palmate parallel venation. Again, it will be either convergent type or it will be divergent type. Same. Okay, this is common in monocot plants, just I told you right now, and here you find this is most common in the dicot plants, isn't it? And one I told you what about the FURCSTE venation, and this is found in the very common ferns, and what they are showing? They are showing the very dichotomous branching will be there, isn't it? Yeah. Now let's see one exceptions which is asked in previous exam in AIIMS, that might be possible you will find the dicot plant is there. Usually dicot plant will have reticulate venation, just I told you, mind well. But you find here they have not reticulate, rather parallel venation. Okay, and this is very common in CALOPHYLLUM, Corymbium and ERYNGIUM. Similarly, see, this is your CALOPHYLLUM plant is there, and this is what? Yes, this is the dicot plant. So it should be what? Reticulate venation. But see how veins are there, and these all veins are parallel to each other. Similarly, monocot plants are there. Usually, you know that what will happen? Monocot plants will have, yes, they will must have parallel venation, isn't it? But here exception is there that they have reticulate venation in the case of Colocasia, Dioscorea, Acacia and SMILAX. See, one example I have taken, this is SMILAX. They must have they are the monocot plants. They should be parallel venation. But see how you find here the veinlets are there, and these veinlets are forming what? Reticulate. These veinlets are there, and these veinlets are forming what? Reticulate venation, isn't it? So this is the diagrammatic presentation also. See how you will learn this part. Always remember C das. Usually I used to say my students C das. C for what? C for Colocasia, Dioscorea, Acacia and the SMILAX. Here we have what? Yes, we have what? Call Cori Eri. Call Cori Eri. Call Calophyllum, Corymbium, ERYNGIUM. So call, These are the three example mnemonics you can say to learn, right? Yeah. But let's see what is given in your NCERT, my dear. Only 4 points we have in your NCERT, isn't it? What they have written? Simply, yes, the arrangement of vein and veinlet, that in leaf lamina, this is called venation. Reticulate venation. Veinlets are forming a network, but when veins are parallel to each other, they are called parallel venation, and this is very common in monocot when you are talking about the parallel venation, and reticulate venation is very common in the dicot. This is given. This is the diagram of your NCERT. One dicot is there and another is what? Monocot is there, isn't it? So I think your concept of venation is very much clear for your Neet examination as well as your CBSE examination, isn't it? So that's all. Now in next class we will study about the types of leaf and modification of leaf. Okay, till then join us, okay, and study honey of botany under Hortus Botanica, and yes, fulfill the dream of your parents, your own dreams, and be a great doctor to serve humanity, because we need great doctor to make our India great, isn't it? Thank you. God bless you. Have a nice day.